Hello everyone, have a good day. Let's tackle about the failed merger of Development Bank of the Philippines and Land Bank of the Philippines. The idea of a merger between DBP and LBP started in the presidency of Gloria Arroyo and was said and to be encouraged by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas and anticipation of the wave of foreign banks that may enter the Philippine market upon occurrence of ASEAN integration in 2015. In his term, President Benigno Aquino III earlier objected to the merger bill, but in February 2016, barely 2 months before the national elections and the sure end of his term, he signed an issues Executive Order or EO number 198 to merge LBP and DBP with LBP as surviving entity. The proposal was approved in the House of Representatives, however, it was disapproved in the Senate. Comes the new administration of President Rodrigo Duterte has stopped the planned merger of state-run leaders, Development Bank of the Philippines and Land Bank of the Philippines that was given the go-ahead by former President Aquino early this year. In a statement Tuesday, Department of Finance spokesperson Paula Alvarez said that an en banc resolution of the Governance Commission for Government-Owned and Controlled Corporation or GCG resolved to cancel the implementation of Executive Order number 198 issued by Aquino in February. The resolution was signed by GCG Chair Jaime Maria Flores III and Commissioners Michael Clarabel and Samuel Dagpin Jr. Finance Secretary Carlos G. Dominguez III and Budget Secretary Benjamin A. Jokno also signed the GCG resolution as they sit as ex officio member of the oversight body of GOCCs. Alvarez said the GCG would send President Duterte a memorandum to inform him of the decision to scrap the merger. The DOF pointed out that Dominguez had early on thumbed down the planned merger of the two banks that would have resulted in a lender with combined assets of 1.71 trillion based on the end 2015 BSP data, making it the country's second higher bank in terms of assets and seen challenging local tycoons' dominance in the banking sector. Dominguez had said the merger of DBP and Land Bank would not serve the public interest to transform the two institutions into one, given their different functions. Land Bank serves the agriculture sector while DBP takes care of the needs of the industry. Both were created for different purposes. I don't see any rational reason to put them together, Dominguez pointed out, adding that their merger cannot be done without a law passed by Congress. DBP is mandated to provide long-term finances, which requires bankers with markedly different sets of skills than those needed to extend short-term credit to farmers, Land Bank's primary job, according to Dominguez. The DOF said that while former President Aquino claimed that the GCG had power to merge state firms like DBP and Land Bank without seeking prior approval from the Congress. Dominguez maintained that the two banks were set up through legislation and thus only a law could legalize their merger. Land Bank was formed under Republic Act No. 3844 in 1963, while DBP, originally called Rehabilitation Finance Corporation, was created under RA 85. 80198 ordered the merger of DBP and Land Bank within a one-year timeline, the latter as the surviving entity. The bigger lender to be established from the merger was being considered to increase loans to infrastructure projects on top of initiatives under the developmental mandate. The merger will result in a combined single borrower's limit of 26 billion pesos compared with the SBL of DBP is at 9 billion pesos, while Land Bank is at 17 billion pesos. A higher SBL enables the surviving bank to fund big-ticket infrastructure projects, the GCG had said in a briefing paper. Once merged with DBP, the surviving entity, Land Bank, would not only to be the second largest in terms of deposit with nearly 1.3 trillion pesos. In terms of loans and capitalization, it will be fourth from the biggest at 583 billion and 114 billion pesos respectively, the GCG noted. According to the GCG, more underserved and unbanked areas would be reached by the surviving bank through rationalization of the existing branch networks of DBP and Land Bank. Planned branch openings and relocation of branches will expand the reach of the surviving bank to 298 cities and municipalities. With its wider presence, the surviving bank can offer more financial services to overseas Filipino workers, small and medium enterprises, and the agrarian reform sector who are the natural customers of its branch networks, the GCG said. Also, the surviving bank would have an automated teller machine or ATM network of 1,670 nationwide, which the GCG said also provide access for beneficiaries of the 4-piece or Pantawid Pamilya Pilipino program. The merging of DBP and LBP will create a bigger bank that can compete toe-to-toe with its counterpart in the private banking sector in the country and provide additional financial muscle to its prospective clientele. But where would that leave the farmer, entrepreneurs, and small businessmen who look to LBP and DBP for financial support for their operational requirements? The status quo is worth keeping and even strengthening.